Sabi lang, nito mo.
And you just out here laughing like a hyena. If you don't sit your stupid ass down, now you jump on her back. Let's see it. Now you get on top of her back, because since it's this like cultural connection that we got, right? I'm sure she would love if you jumped on her back like she's an animal. I'm sure it would be just as funny. People really swear that this is admiring. People really swear that this is showing love. She's riding you like a pack mule. She's riding you like a pack mule because they consider your ass huge. That's what's going on here. This is the same dehumanizing behavior as putting black people in the human zoos and people throwing stuff at them and people feeding them like animals and petting them like animals.
An Asian content creator got on this here internet wearing what can only be described as a Black American starter kit and decided to tell Black people that our money doesn't matter. Okay. According to him, Black people need Asian-owned businesses more than Asian-owned businesses need Black people. A boycott wouldn't move anything. The loss wouldn't register. Our dollars don't count. Now, this might just be me, but if I genuinely believed that somebody's money didn't matter, I don't think I'd spend my afternoon making a video about it. So naturally, I went looking at the history, because this conversation isn't really about just one video, right? The very second that Black people start talking economics, where our money goes, who profits from it, who builds wealth off our communities, people get uncomfortable. That same discomfort doesn't appear when other groups do the same thing. Every immigrant community that's come to this country has done it. Jewish, Chinese, Korean, Italian, Indian, Armenian, pooling resources, building businesses, keeping their money inside their communities for as long as possible. Nobody finds that controversial, though. But what they fail to recognize is that we understood the same thing. We had to. After slavery, Black communities built banks, hospitals, insurance companies, schools, newspapers, whole business districts. The Greenwood neighborhood in Tulsa, Oklahoma had 191 businesses. It had 2 schools, a hospital, and a library, all by 1921. They called it Black Wall Street. But on May 31st, 1921, a white mob attacked it. 2 days of looting, burning, and shooting. But it's us, right? We're the problem. 35 square blocks destroyed. More than 1,200 Black homes, businesses, schools, and churches, y'all, burned to the ground. World War I era planes dropped bombs from the sky on the Greenwood neighborhood. The official death toll was 36. But we know the estimates were around 300 Black people killed, murdered. The survivors were rounded up and held in internment camps in their own city. They were issued identification cards and couldn't leave without permission from a white supervisor. Insurance companies refused every claim. They had something called a riot clause. Not a single Black resident ever received financial assistance to rebuild. So when somebody gets on the internet and tells Black people that our money doesn't matter, I automatically think they're a dumbass. A racist dumbass. Corporations spend billions chasing Black consumers. Political campaigns spend millions trying to reach Black voters. Entire industries are built around marketing to Black communities. Our money matters. It mattered enough to burn a city for it in 1921. It mattered enough to redline neighborhoods for the next 50 years. It matters enough that every quarter, somebody's profit and loss statement depends on us showing up. Apparently our money matters right up until we start talking about where we want to spend it. Then all of a sudden it doesn't. Right? Nobody's entitled to Black customers. We spend our money where we want. That's how markets work. That's how capitalism works. That's how every other community inside this country operates. The fact that this becomes a controversy every time Black people say it out loud tells me that this was never about money. It was about leverage. And this country has been comfortable with Black spending. It's Black leverage that's always made them nervous. But if you know anything about me, you know I love a good challenge. Shop Black. Spend with your people. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. We gonna show you better than we can tell you. Invest in Black businesses. Build the community. Y'all, we are overdue.
So what happens when a community decides that enough is enough and starts moving its money with purpose? What happens when consumers stop talking and start acting? Today, we're looking at another edition of a story that continues to spark debate across America. The growing movement of Black Americans choosing to spend their dollars with Black owned businesses and the economic ripple effects that are being felt in communities across the country. Welcome back to Global Trends. If you're new here, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the conversations because we are covering the stories that mainstream media often refuses to discuss honestly. Now, let's get into it.
People are calling the boycott of Asian businesses collective punishment. You know, I can see why they think that, but for me personally, I'm holding off on that assessment. You need to realize this is a very natural response, in my personal opinion, and it's very mild in the sense that I'm seeing people bring up collective punishment in the sense like, oh, people saw one thing and then they took it out through violence. They rioted through the streets and attacked their businesses. This is purely just a boycott. This is people choosing not to spend their money at certain businesses. All right, this is perfectly within legal limits. Okay. Another point I want to bring up is even without an organized boycott, people already made up their minds when they saw on the news that another kid has been killed by an Asian business owner. Let's say there is a restaurant franchise, one location accidentally food poisons their clientele and news spreads around, and people around the United States decide to avoid that franchise altogether. Is that collective punishment? I don't really think so. All right. I think collective punishment in this situation would be if people across the United States decides to burn down every single franchise they can find, despite that one specific location being the one at fault. I think you can just argue that this is poor marketing from Asian business owners. All right. The fact that there's already a record of Asian business owners killing Black kids, that's horrible marketing. Why would, just think about it for a moment. Do you think the Black community would have somewhat concerns shopping at Asian businesses knowing that there's a record of Asian business owners killing Black kids? Think about that for a moment. I feel like, again, that's why I feel like this is a natural response. This is a natural response to a kid getting killed. People are going to call this pandering. They're going to call me performative, even call me a traitor. And I understand where they're coming from. But for something like this, I like to try to not have as much ego as possible. Because just think about it like this. Let's say there is no boycott. Let's say people react as if nothing happened after this kid tragically died. What type of accountability would you see from the Asian community? What type of action would you see from the Asian community? And I think that is a brutal question because I worry there won't be any accountability at all.
And another one. I just wanted to come on and say that I am just so thrilled to see you guys posting your businesses and really sharing and reposting others' businesses, Black-owned businesses, that is so great to see. Now what we need to see now, if you really going to be true about boycotting these Asian places, these Asian businesses, I want to see, is that really going to be it? Not just the beauty supply stores. That mean all of their business, from their restaurants, dry cleaners, whatever else that man said they got up in here. It's time to boycott it all. Don't do it because what others are saying they're going to do. You do it because you know in your heart, soul, and mind that it's the right thing to do. Don't be a copycat. Be that leader to show others what needs to be done. Peace.
I'm going to say this, man, but this Asian boycott should be permanent. There shouldn't be no 2-month trend and then we back buying their bullshit like we did with H&M, we did with Target and all of these stores. This should be permanent. These people has been disrespecting Black people for the longest time. This is not new. They've been doing it. There has been shooting Black child in their head. There has been shooting Black child in their back. This is not their first rodeo. They've been doing it. You feel me? They take the most from the Black community when you really think about it. Most of the stores is set up in the black community. Most of the store, all over the fucking world, if you really think about it. In Africa, they're there. In Jamaica, they're there. They're everywhere. Leeching, leeching, acting as if they're doing black people some type of service by selling plastic rice, selling clothes that will fucking burn you, that will fucking get you sick, give you cancer, selling hair product that'll give you cancer. So they do sell black people the bottom of the barrel when it comes to product. They don't sell black people the good shit. They sell black people the fucked up shit. And they purposely sabotage black businesses. They make sure to sell black businesses the stuff at a higher price. So whenever black people try to sell it back to other black people, they can't afford it. So they end up have to come back to the China man to buy it, because they do it on purpose. They've been doing this shit, man. So this boycott should be permanent. This shouldn't be no temporary fix. This should be a permanent fix. This also gonna highlight more black businesses. One, this will help black people health even more, because they be selling plastic rice. That ain't good for your health. They be selling fucking jankro, pigeon, disguised as chicken. They be selling fucking all kind of bullshit disguised as food. So black people should take this as a lesson, and take this as a blessing in disguise, man. Use this opportunity to uplift, promote black businesses, and move better from here.
I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do.
And did. So here I am at another Black owned business minding my Black owned business. This is Horizon, located in Durham, and I'm going to let you listen to what the owner and one of their most loyal customers has to say.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Parrish. I've been coming to Horizons for about, you guys just been up here. How long ago has that been? It's been at least 7 years. 7 years, so yeah. I came to them because I have like issues with my skin and I needed something different. Friends of mine told me about the location, so I went to check it out and then I found like, I think 3 bottles of like shea butter that day. It was my first time trying shea butter and I liked it. And then I would go the while, I would take my godchildren. So I got stuff from other friends and stuff and they ain't even regular at this point, so, you know.
Hi, welcome to Horizon. My name is Val Jackson. I'm a co-owner. We're located in Durham, North Carolina. We are at 4845 Industry Lane, Durham 27713. We're different from any other place you can go and find customized butters, in that we customize right here on the spot. We have therapeutic oils you can add like peppermint, spearmint, wintergreen. We have fragrance oils, wonderful like coconut, lemonade, amber white. And then you can also add your other oils that are not therapeutic, but more fragrance like. You can come in, create your own butter. You can create your body mist that is aloe vera based. We've been in the business for about 15 years. We'd love to have you come in, share the experience with us. And now I'm going to turn it over to my co-worker, partner, daughter, love of my life, my only one daughter, number one. Her favorite daughter. Her favorite. Yeah, my favorite daughter, that is. Exactly. Hi, I'm Joy. I'm the other half of Horizon. What makes us different, like my mom was saying, is that you can customize the product. So you come in, it's not cookie cutter. It's not like those big boxes where you just come in and everybody's gonna smell like, you know, I don't know. I don't want to say something. Any big box fragrance where everybody's gonna smell the same. That's not how it goes here. You literally come in and you say, okay, I want my shampoo to smell like bananas and lavender, whipped cream right on the spot. I want my body wash to smell like flowers and papaya. We can do that right here on the spot. Everything is custom made right here, right now. And that's something that all the big, I want to say names so bad. That's something that all the big boxes will never, they would never make one product for one person. And that's what we do here. So these are our products. We do butters, we do body washes, we do shampoos, conditioner, deep conditioner, and we also support other Black-owned businesses as well, like True Detergent. Let's see what else. We have the sugar scrubs. Sugar scrubs. Pretty much anything for your body, we got it. We have something else we have is our rewards program. So when you come in, every time you shop, every dollar goes to a point, and points add up to discounts and free items. And we always have like what we call a recycle program, because not only do we want to have you save money, we want to save the planet. So what you do is you come back, you bring in your container, we refill it, and it's 10% off. And even our aloe water, which is our top seller, you can apply to your hair or your face as a refresher, but that's 50% off. That's unheard of anywhere. You can't do that anywhere, to come in and bring in an old bottle and get 50% off. So we have that as well. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're usually under Horizon or Horizon Beauty.
I had such a great time meeting Val and Joy. They ended up whipping up a customized body butter just for me, and it smells amazing. I can't wait to put it on. Also, I'm going to link Kamel Hurst's information below as well. He's a photographer. So if you ever need some photography work done, I had a chance to look at his lookbook. He has great work. And I know you guys are waiting for that provider list. It is coming. I do have to do my research first before I put it out there. So just give me some time. But right now, this series is only focused on beauty supply stores in North Carolina. I will be moving on to nail salons shortly, and that service provider and physician provider list will be up soon. Thank you so much, and don't forget to follow.
The reality is simple. Money talks. For generations, Black Americans have been told about the importance of economic empowerment, community investment, and building wealth within their own neighborhoods. Yet, many Black communities have continued to see billions of dollars flow out of their neighborhoods while local Black-owned businesses struggle to survive. Now, many consumers are making a conscious decision to change that. Across social media, community organizations, and grassroots campaigns, more Black Americans are encouraging one another to support Black owned restaurants, grocery stores, beauty supply shops, clothing brands, and service providers. And the impact is becoming impossible to ignore, guys. Some business owners outside the Black community are reportedly expressing concerns as customers' traffic shifts and spending pattern changes. Now, whether the movement grows larger or eventually slows down, one thing is clear: people are paying attention. Now, this isn't just about shopping. For many supporters, this is about dignity. It's about ownership. It's about creating opportunities for future generation. It's about addressing long-standing frustration over economic inequality and the feeling that Black communities have often been consumers in the marketplace without being equal beneficiaries of the wealth generated from their own spending power. Supporters of the movement argue that every dollar spent is a vote for jobs, a vote for local entrepreneurs, a vote for community development, a vote for self determination. And let's be honest, guys, many communities across America have historically practiced economic loyalty. They have supported their own businesses, invested in their own neighborhoods, and helped build generational wealth. So when Black Americans decide to do the same, many are asking, why should that be controversial? At that same time, others argue that economic cooperation between different communities remain important and that successful local economies benefit from diverse businesses working together. But regardless of where people stand, the conversation itself reveals something deeper. Black consumers are increasingly recognizing the power of their collective purchasing decisions. Now, for decades, many leaders have said that real change doesn't only happen at the ballot box. It also happens at cash registers. And right now, many Americans are watching that theory play out in real time. Now, the bigger question isn't whether this movement will make headlines tomorrow. The bigger question is whether it will create lasting economic change for Black communities across America. Can economic unity become a pathway to greater wealth and opportunity? Will more consumers continue redirecting their spending to Black-owned businesses? And what does this movement say about the growing desire for economic independence in America today? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you support consumer boycotts and boycotts as tools of change? Have you intentionally chosen to support Black-owned businesses, and do you think this movement is only getting started? If you enjoyed today's commentary, please like, subscribe, and share this video. Until next time, this is Global Trends, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, credit belongs to original creators.